I have other sheep too, that are not in the sheepfold. I must bring them also. They will listen to my voice, and there will be one flock with one shepherd. John 10:16. Sturgeon's law states that 90% of everything is crap. Well, Bibliomania, the manga I just read, definitely doesn't fall under this category. Unlike my last video on Look Back, where I gave a very brief and rough understanding of a story, I think my thoughts on this manga are pretty solid. It's a great manga. Before I get into the video, though, I want to ask you to go read this manga because I'm gonna be diving into some spoilers, or actually a lot of spoilers in this video, and I think if you read it, you'll be able to understand my video a lot better. The manga is only 12 chapters and it's pretty much more show than tell, so it should only take you about an hour max. It took me slightly more than an hour to read. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, let's get into the meat of this video, which is more of an analysis on Alice, the main character of Bibliomania, whilst talking a little bit about the theme of the manga. Let's get into it. Alice is the main character of the manga Bibliomania, and she's most definitely one of the most thought-provoking characters I've seen in the last couple months. If you've read the manga, the main narrative is of the girl trying to escape a book, or a manor, you could say. The manga's main theme is centered around escapism. We see that the people inside the manor want to escape their reality and deny their true existence, in a sense. But we never see Alice deny reality. She's actually the complete opposite to all the people in the manor. Most of the people inside the manor are there out of luck or by chance. They just merely stumbled upon the book. On the contrary happens to Alice. Alice actually goes into the book willingly. We learn later on in the story. Alice's character, unlike the characters around her, express the idea of pure consciousness and interconnection. You may be wondering what this pure consciousness mean and what are these big words. Well, pure consciousness is basically, to sum it up briefly, is the idea of being in a pure state of mind and being infinite, unbound, and it is also pure joy. These two ideas play into her character and why she is so complex. Her embrace of the reality around her and the world around her is absolutely beautiful. Once I read her backstory, the only thing I could think about was the fact that she was just like everyone in the book. She too suffered, and instead of giving up, it's shown in a couple panels that she accepted reality wholly and became the Book of Truth. The Book of Truth being a being that is connected to all other beings, in a sense, kind of like God, you could say. She became interconnected with the reality, accepting its sufferings and all. That part plays into her character's interconnection. Interconnection being that she's connected to all the life that she absorbs and all the human beings around her. She is surprisingly well characterized as well. You may think like, well, what about her is super well characterized? Well, her outfit is actually pretty simple, and it's just a black bow tie with a black dress. But I think the simplicity of the outfit is kind of a symbolism to how she was really just a blank slate, a book to be written upon. Alice's character is beautiful, and her character depicts the acceptance of reality and being unbound by the world. And instead of denying reality, affirming reality around you. The Bible quote I said in the beginning of the video just isn't some random religious quote. It is actually a quote from the manga and is meant to be parallel to the story. In the verse, it's stated that the other sheep, it is stated that there are other sheep and that I have to bring them back to the sheepfold. Kind of like how Alice's pursuit of her goal of interconnection and knowledge decides to go into the manor and eat up those other human beings and bring those sheep back to the shepherd. There are little things like this which really push a character to a 10 out of 10 for me. This manga is riddled with religious symbolisms and just is an overall just super complex take on interconnection and pure consciousness, like I said. I think I'll end the video on one of these religious symbolisms that resonated with me the most. I believe if you look into the implicit symbolisms of the story, you'll be greeted to what I believe is a retelling of human nature in a way. What drives us to destruction? Alice is kind of like Eve and the serpent, you could say. The serpent being the serpent, and Alice being Eve. The reason I say this is due to the fact that the serpent, just like the serpent in biblical texts, tries to deceive Alice. It's the same way, in biblical texts, the serpent tries to deceive Eve. You may be asking me, what does this have to do with human nature? Well, just like Eve, we as humans are inclined to want to know more. We are inclined to search for knowledge. We are inclined to want to know everything. So, that's a big part of Alice's character. Her symbolisms and her pursuit for knowledge. Gigantic part of her character. Her character is definitely one of the most complex characters I've read in a while, and I'm definitely going to be making more follow-up videos on this. So right as I end this video, I would like to ask you a question. Aren't we all like Alice in a sense? Don't we all just want to be happy? Aren't we all just on this journey in pursuit of happiness? Well, that's basically my rough ideas on Alice summed up in a video. This is not the most extensive analysis I have on my channel, maybe. Especially given how complex Alice is compared to the other characters I've analyzed before. But Alice is definitely going to go down as one of my greatest characters of all time. And I think her whole message has impacted me super deeply. The only other time I've really seen, there's 2 times I've seen interconnection pursued in media, you could say, was maybe in Evangelion and Madoka Magica. But I think the way Alice does it in Bibliomania is far, far better. And I enjoyed its telling of human nature and understanding of it, escapism and all of that. So that's what I leave you off in this video with. I hope you enjoyed the video. Short video, definitely, but there are going to be more follow-up videos on this character. And if you did like the video, be sure to comment and like. And I got put on this manga from the YouTuber Hiding in Public. So I would really hope that you guys would comment and like the video and try to get this out there as much as possible. I'm just trying to spread the news for this amazing masterpiece of a manga so that more people are able to read it. Because I can't even find the name of the author, or even any printings of it in Japanese or in English. I haven't even been able to find any copies of this, so I did have to read it online. And if you enjoyed this video, do what I told you and try to get this video out there. I'm really trying to get more and more people to enjoy this journey with me. And that's all I leave you off with forevermore. Even if all life eventually ceases to be, what good will recording them do? I don't know. It's meaningless, most likely. However, I have to consume the souls of man, adding more words. For that is my happiness.